here's a warning. If you're a teenager or you're a parent or a coach of young children and you're grooming them for what may be a combat athlete career, please don't make the mistake. Hey, it's Marco from FightingSecrets.com. Are you suffering from broke warrior syndrome? If not, let me give you some of the symptoms that may convince you that you could be suffering from broke warrior syndrome. I'm going to be 60 in a few months, and I've been doing martial arts for almost 50 years. I think I'm going on 46 years this year. And when I started, I wanted to be the deadliest martial artist in the world. I got involved in Kyokushin karate. I've won bare knuckle, full contact tournaments. I started a dojo, and sometimes I was training upwards of like 10 hours a day on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. During the week, I might do two or 3 hour sessions, all the way up until when I was in college, in between classes. And I had a rude awakening one day that maybe I wasn't going to be able to do this for the rest of my life. So, and here's the ironic twist. Now I can train anywhere, practice any martial art I want, and really enjoy the journey. But it was 1996, and I was negotiating with my landlord on the lease in my school. I didn't have a big school, but I was using it as a studio to film my VHS tapes. I was marketing them through mail order, selling them through bubble envelopes, literally off the kitchen table, and running advertisements, black and white ads in the back of the magazines. And something hit me like a ton of bricks. I realized that whether I had one student or 100 students, that guy needed his rent every month. So I decided to get my real estate license. Now, that didn't mean I stopped training, but I did close my school. I was already, I got a second dan in Kyokushin probably 10 years before that. And I did start doing some judo and jujitsu at the time to supplement my karate school training and my martial art itself, building Tettsu, Bushi, Jitsu. So what happened was I got my real estate license and just started learning the craft. Now I own many rental properties, and I also broker investment deals in New York City. I've sold upwards of probably $2 billion worth of commercial real estate. Now what's crazy is pursuing that business career allowed me to ultimately get black belts in judo and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So in a strange way, closing my dojo and not thinking I was a be-all and end-all and I can kick everybody's ass allowed me to pursue additional martial art styles. Now, here's a warning. If you're a teenager or you're a parent or a coach of young children and you're grooming them for what may be a combat athlete career, please don't make the mistake and not have them focus on other skills, other areas of life. Marketing, business, engineering, architecture. I think marketing and sales is great because even in those fields, if you don't know how to market and sell your skills as an engineer, for example, or even the field of medicine, you're going to fail. You're going to be a big failure. So I did put out material on my journey in the real estate career. It was called Deadly Mistakes Building Owners Make When It's Time to Sell. I also insider negotiating techniques that I've learned from some of the richest, greediest landlords in New York City. That might be something you might be looking into besides my line of products on martial arts, MMA. But there's something you got to keep in mind. It's 2026, and you still hear about the professional athlete who got injured and has to raise money through a GoFundMe page or beg on social media, or is stuck and can't do anything and he's working one or two dead-end jobs, or the fighter who quits and loses his identity. because all he did was fighting and didn't have a purpose in life. You know, I have grown children now. They're in professional careers. I have an investment portfolio that I'm nurturing. I do sales. I negotiate multi-million, multi-tens of millions of dollars worth of deals. I'll be doing that till I'm 100, or they literally carry me out of the office or from my dojo, my home-based dojo. So keep in mind, don't have the broke warrior mindset. What's another frightening trend is I see guys in their, forget about teenagers, which I can't even fathom that coaches would do this, but 20, 30, and 40-year-olds taking steroids and performance-enhancing drugs, a lot of times under the guise of, oh, I have low testosterone, this is medically needed. It's a crock of shit. If it is that bad, then you probably shouldn't be competing in the first place. So that's my humble opinion. I've seen a lot of guys get sick, die, have adverse reactions. And frankly, if you don't seek professional medical help and you're just taking performance-enhancing drugs, that's even worse than the broke warrior mindset. That's like the douchebag warrior mindset. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section, or you can shoot me an email at fightingsecretsonline@gmail.com. An interesting note, just a few months ago, I posted a video, and I think I got like over 5 million views. And people started asking me, oh, how much money did you make or whatever. Listen, you're not going to rely on views on YouTube. If you do want to market material, like all my martial arts related material is intellectual property. So I'm not splitting it with somebody. I'm not waiting for a company to go out of business and then my shit just disappears off the face of the earth. I can start and stop or resuscitate the material anytime in my life. And you know what I have on my side? The ability to never give up and never stop posting material for the rest of my life. Jab to the face, 1, 2, and roundhouse kick. Again, jab, 1, 2, switch, and kicking range. Kicking range here. You have hand technique range. You have close quarters, which is knee kicks. And then of course you have the basic ground fighting, which is another range. This position here, you have the heel for the side kicks. This position here, the option of going into using
the head there.